Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV 24/7. I'm Rishika Barua. This is a special broadcast where we're going to talk about the air pollution crisis in northern India and how this is impacting education. Delhi schools reopened last Monday only to be closed until further orders on Friday. Now, after nearly 2 years of kids being out of school due to COVID, air pollution crisis is the reason that is keeping kids away from school right now. The Supreme Court had asked the Delhi government why 3-year-old and 4-year-old kids were going to school when adults were working from home. So the Delhi government went ahead and suspended physical classes. Later, the Supreme Court clarified that it didn't ask the Delhi government to shut schools. It only asked the reasons behind the change in stance of the government. So amid the flip-flop over schools first being reopened, in anticipation of the air quality improving, to then schools being shut again because the air quality remained in the very poor, the severe category. Where do the stakeholders stand? How does this impact education, given the fact that a large number of children don't actually have access to online education, and there is a very real digital divide that is impacting learning in the country? Joining us on the show, we have Sudha Acharya, Principal, ITL Public School, member of the Delhi Board Curriculum Reform Committee, also a secretary of the National Progressive School Conferences. We also have Sanjeev Jha, MLA and spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party. And in just a bit from now, we'll be joined by parents, teachers and more stakeholders to actually talk about this problem. All right, but if I can begin, Ms. Acharya, by asking you, as somebody who works very closely in education as the principal, where do you stand? What is the right approach? We know it's harmful for everybody to be breathing this polluted air, but does it warrant schools being shut? Does it warrant children being kept out of school, given the fact that they've already been kept out of school for almost 2 years because of COVID?
Yeah, closure of school is never the solution to control pollution exactly. We need some holistic solution actually. School closure has been taken as an important tool to deal with any kind of problem of late. So last 2 years, these children are at home and slowly they were coming back to school, and it's so difficult to plan, unplan and replan so frequently. So when children were coming back, little bit we were entering into the new norm, and parents were also gearing up, buying winter uniform, carpool, vanpool, or we were about to start our school transport. So all these things, logistic planning, opening the school cafeteria, so many things are there. And entry, exit, room allotment, timetable is changing every week. So that's really creating havoc in our minds in school to run the school smoothly. So, and then as you said about the digital divide and learning loss, I would say that we see a significant aberration in behavior pattern of children also. We are talking about global obesity. That also we are observing among our children. There is no diet, sleep, exercise, hygiene at all. They are devoid of their daily schedule. They are devoid of their social interpersonal skills. So it's really not good for the mental health of our children also. They are badly affected, and huge amount of learning loss. Children are not able to write because online classes, video off, audio off, and they are just listening and learning from the textbook. They are not writing. So a lot of problem we see in the school. So I don't think school closure is the only solution to deal with air pollution now. We need to think about something else. Even we also orient our children, as I said, how we dispose our waste management, even switching up the light when you are not using, or say no to plastic, say no to crackers, orienting this generation so that they take care of the future generation. But as adults, we are not taking care of our children, their studies.
But you know what you're saying is absolutely right, and this is important perspective, because while of course air pollution is for real, it is a very real problem and has very real health implications. Can the solution be shutting down schools, or do we need to have a slightly more holistic approach to this problem? Tarini Kapoor and Richa Kapoor are also with us in the broadcast. I'm just going to come to you in a moment. But Sanjeev Jha, to you first. It's yes to firecrackers and no to schools. What kind of sense does this make?
और देखिए, बीइंग अ गवर्नमेंट हमारे पास भी बहुत सारे चैलेंजेस हैं और बहुत सारे चीजों के एक साथ लेकर उसको बैलेंस करके चलना होता है। मैं मानता हूँ, जैसा अभी कह रही थी कि बच्चों में लर्निंग लॉस बहुत हो रहा है। यही कारण था कि पीछे स्कूल खोलने के आदेश दिल्ली के शिक्षा मंत्री ने दिया था, लेकिन फिर यूं ही पॉल्यूशन बढ़ी और माननीय न्यायालय का भी ये आदेश आया कि आप स्कूल्स को बंद रखना है, तो अगले आदेश से स्कूल को बंद रखा गया है। लेकिन जितनी बातें कही जा रही हैं, हम लोग भी इस बात को समझ रहे हैं कि बच्चे के घर पेपर में चले जा रहे हैं, बच्चे के लर्निंग लॉसेस हो रहे हैं, लेकिन सभी मेजर्स गवर्नमेंट को लेना है। आज अगर हमने एक भी जगह किसी तरह की चूक रख दी तो उसके इम्प्लीकेशंस भी हैं।
नहीं, लेकिन सवाल ये उठाए जा रहे हैं संजीव जी, सवाल ये उठाए जा रहे हैं कि क्या सोल्यूशन है कि आप स्कूल्स बंद कर दीजिए, कि सोल्यूशन है कि आप एयर पोल्यूशन की प्रॉब्लम को डील कीजिए? बिकॉज अ लॉट ऑफ पेरेंट्स आर आल्सो आर्ग्यूइंग एट द मोमेंट that the kids, whether they're at home or in school, how many children have access to air purifiers? How many children are actually being closed up and kept in the confines of a room with an air purifier? So is the school closure actually serving the purpose that it's meant to serve, which is to protect children from this killer air? Let's hear it from the stakeholders. Tarini Kapoor and Richa Kapoor, do you both want to come in here? How do you look at the school closure and the flip-flop? 4 days after schools reopened, they were ordered to close again. You don't know when they're going to open again.
If circumstances were ideal, I would really love to go to school, because the last time I went to school was the end of 9th grade, and in a few months I will be starting with 12th grade. So if circumstances are ideal, I would really love to go to school.
And, which way do parents weigh in? If you want to come in here, because there are parents who have very real concerns over, the health impact of pollution. There are many parents, who are reluctant to send their kids to school. Which way would you weigh in?
So I think it's compounding the already, the existing problems of a very vulnerable section. I think the school students, the children have already suffered a lot because of the closure since such a long time. And the closure of schools is not offering us any solution. It's not that we can protect them in any way. I mean, if they are sitting at home. I mean, there are only few people, like you rightly said, who will probably have air purifiers, but many students, it's not serving them in any way. They cannot protect themselves from pollution, and it's already compounding the learning gaps and the problems which they have been facing since over more than a year and a half now.
So has the school closure because of air pollution made a bad problem worse in a certain sense? Bhavreen Kandari is also with us. She's an environmentalist and a member of My Right to Breathe, also a parent. Bhavreen, which hat would you don when you answer this question? I think you have to unmute yourself. Yeah.
Hello.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay. So the parents, of course, my whole, environmentalism is only concern is parents, and yes, it's somewhere along the line, I feel happy there is an acceptance. In 2016, the first time the schools were shut down, you felt like somebody admitting to it. So far, parents were, many, just hardly any handful of parents like me were fighting for that our children were being made to play sports in 380, 400 AQIs, and, or we were running marathons in the city. So no one would hear us. But now at least there was an acceptance. Yes, this is a killer, and we need to keep ourselves safe. But shutting schools is not what is going to help. I'm sorry, Mr. Jha. All year round, सारा साल हम अगर पेड़ काट रहे हैं और हम हर चीज में ये नहीं कि it's the state government, it's center. We parents have got nothing to do with which party. We are worried about our children and
this is not a political issue. Yes,
yeah,
it's not a political issue.
Your children, my children, our grandchildren, everybody is suffering, and we need to work absolutely in urgency. It's a public health emergency. So we have been obviously not doing things correctly, or things that were meant to be done. We have not done those, and that's why we are in this state. Shutting down thermal power plants now at this crucial stage is not what was needed. It is needed throughout the year. They have to be following the norms. It's as simple as that. There are emission standards. The same courts are giving them extensions, the courts who are very concerned about their children right now. Similarly, there was not a single tree cutting permission that was denied by, our forest department. We don't have enough people in DPCC. Today, a new task force. What is a force? A force is people. The number of people. If we don't even have their own, people there to actually work on complaints, how is it going to work? For example, the factor is only right now, you said that if we don't have the, people on the ground going and taking action. So as a parent or as an environmentalist, as whatever, we just know that, the action is very, very slow. The changes have to be at the micromanagement level, on the ground, where we still see traffic jams because there are diversions. Why are these diversions?
Or barricades. There are barricades in Delhi that are still causing, long traffic jams. So at least let's try and deal with some of those issues that are actually in our control. But, you raise a very important point when you say that there is a flip side to schools being closed. It's an acknowledgement in a certain sense, a realization that it can't be business as usual when the AQI is 30 times, 40 times permissible limits. Sudha Acharya, would you like to come in here, respond to this? I mean, you can't have children running marathon, playing sport when the AQI is above 400, when the AQI is above 300. This is 30 to 40 times higher than the permissible limits. So in a certain sense, something's got to give. You have to, the buck has to stop somewhere and something has to change.
Yeah, I agree there. But the buck has not to stop at school closer down, isn't it? Inside the school also, when children were coming, even I got nursery, KG, very good turnout. The day it was declared school will be closed from tomorrow onwards, I got very good turnout. And children were inside the class. We were playing games with them. We did not expose them outside to go outside and play or as usual activities. But inside the room also, we have got huge halls and all, taking them in a lot of games are there, sensory games, multi-sensory integration, quizzes, all those things we involved. And most importantly, we were sensitizing them regarding climate action. We are talking so much. Just before this show, you were talking about COP26. I have so many videos and student leaders coming forward and requesting us to give them a clean future. Okay. So school is the place where public health message can be conveyed also. Okay. So we are very, very responsible. When children are with us, we take care. We do not expose them outside right in the morning, go and do yoga and all. But inside the classroom, we were trying to engage them. So, and one more thing you said, as usual, business cannot go on, but I have seen in my school how business is affected really. If I can give you a very simple example of our school cafeteria, 3rd December school got closed. Second, she got all the groceries, rations, everything, vegetables for the next day. So everything, all perishable.
But I want to understand here, the other problem is the lack of a consistent policy. We don't know. I mean, we've had schools. I think what you're pointing out in terms of the larger logistical issue, and I'm sure this is how it impacts students and parents as well. Because you don't have any clarity. Do we have a marker? संजीव झा, आप बताइए हमें कि क्या क्राइटेरिया है स्कूल्स बंद करने का, क्या क्राइटेरिया है स्कूल्स खोलने का? क्योंकि when schools were reopened, you had the Environment Minister of Delhi, Gopal Rai, coming out and saying that in anticipation of the air becoming better, schools have reopened. After the Delhi government was rapped by the Supreme Court asking why schools are reopened, why schools have reopened despite the deteriorating air quality, the next day you say that schools are going to be shut pending further orders. तो कोई consistent policy नहीं है, ये एक flip flop है. आप रोज सुबह AQI पढ़ के डिसाइड नहीं कर सकते हैं कि स्कूल्स खुलेंगे कि बंद होंगे. There has to be a consistent policy.
देखिए, जैसा मैंने पहले कहा कि क्योंकि इमरजेंसी सिचुएशन जब आता है तो इमरजेंसी मेजर्स गवर्नमेंट लेती है, लेकिन जितनी भी चिंता यहाँ पेरेंट्स और टीचर्स रख रहे हैं वो चिंता सरकार की भी थी और यही कारण है कि स्कूल पहले खोला गया था. लेकिन जैसे AQI बढ़ा और माननीय हाईकोर्ट का ये आदेश, सुप्रीम कोर्ट का ये आदेश आता है कि आपको स्कूल बंद करना है, तो कभी भी गवर्नमेंट आइसोलेशन में कोई डिसीजन नहीं ले सकती। अब इमरजेंसी सिचुएशन है तो बहुत सारे सिचुएशन इन्वायरमेंट जो उनके तरफ से आते हैं, माननीय अदालत का भी अपना वर्जन है, तो वो सभी चीजों को सरकार को ध्यान रखना होता है। लेकिन मैं मानता हूँ, बिल्कुल मानता हूँ कि आज अगर सरकारी स्कूल पढ़ने वाले बच्चों की बात करें तो उनके घर में एयर प्यूरिफायर नहीं है, तो जो पॉल्यूशन सड़क पे होंगे उसमें उनके घर पे भी होंगे। सरकार इस बात को मानती है, सरकार इस बात को मानती है कि मुझे लगता है कि नुकसान ज्यादा है अगर स्कूल नहीं खोलने से। बच्चों के जो बिहेवियर से जो बातें हो रही है, चाहे लर्निंग लॉसेस जो हो रहे हैं, और बाकी सारी चीजें।
तो फिर इस पे डिसीजन क्यों नहीं लिया जा रहा है, निर्णय क्यों नहीं लिया जा रहा है, कंसिस्टेंट पॉलिसी क्यों नहीं है? आप बच्चों से पूछिए। लेट मी ब्रिंग बैक Tarini Kapoor into the conversation. How does this flip-flop impact you? I mean, you know that in a matter of 4 days, schools can reopen and close again.
I mean, it definitely does impact me because we get excited to go to school one day, but the next day we find out that it has been closed, especially when there is a system for roll numbers and classes going in a certain order and fashion.
Right. But address, Tarini, in your opinion, what are some of the concerns? Because there is a very real health implication of being outdoors or say participating in school activities in this level of air pollution as well. So which way would you weigh in? Would you rather that you're allowed to go back to school, sit in your classroom, or would you rather be cooped up at home when the air pollution is as bad as it is?
I mean, I would definitely love to go to school if the circumstances are ideal, but there is so much air pollution that even I currently have a cold because of the pollution levels in Delhi. So, I mean, I don't think the circumstances are ideal right now for going.
Right. But isn't this part of the problem? If Richa Kapoor also wants to come in here, isn't this a part of the problem? I mean, what's the right answer? Your daughter sitting next to you has a cold, and she says it's because of the air pollution, but she does want to go back to school. So there are really no solutions to this problem.
It's really putting us in such a tight fix because on one hand you really want to go to school. They have phased out the activities. It's not like they're going for outdoor activities, etc. But some of the children are also impacted and affected. Their health is affected. And in a situation like this, some symptoms can be very confusing. You really don't know what is the reason for having the cold. Are you under the weather? Is it related to pollution, or should you go in for testing and find out whether it's COVID?
Sure.
So it's pretty confusing and frustrating, and
well, absolutely, it's extremely difficult, and it makes a lot of people very nervous. Even a common cold right now will make you very nervous. You'll ask yourself whether you need to get a COVID test done. Is this a symptom? So I think it's difficult. Bhavreen, I'll give you the last word. What's the norm internationally? India is not the only country which is facing the air pollution problem. You were at COP right now. What's happening globally?
When I was at the COP, that's about the time, about a week before that, when China shut down schools at 180 AQI. So, that is one of the options. But, here, like we are talking about the masses, we don't have purifiers. We don't have, such, I don't know why this kind of a thing like shutting schools and all makes headlines, while there are so many more important things about pollution that are not being done throughout the year, which we are not speaking about.
Right.
So the whole focus gets lost. And that's why I always request the media to, take on other issues. Because that's what we should be questioning our governments right now and, the authorities, instead of whether the school is shut, because that's also a way of taking us away and distracting us. So,
well, the only solution, I think, is that we have to arrive at a point where schools don't have to be shut because of an air pollution problem. I think that is really the bottom line. That is really the only solution, because there's no right and wrong. I mean, if you look at those pictures, if you look at the AQI even today, it's absolutely horrifying. It's in the severe category in several parts of the city. So no right answers on whether you should or shouldn't be going to school and whether schools should or shouldn't be open in the first place. We just have to ensure that we're never in this situation to have to take these decisions. Thank you all very much for joining us on this important conversation. It's a story we'll track very closely here on NDTV. Short break here. More news on the other side. Stay with us.